In my opinion, I think this is the best set rep scheme to get the best of both worlds of lifting heavy and also working to failure and getting a pump. How this goes, I usually start off with a weight that, I know is pretty light. This is maybe like 30–40% effort. And with these, I'm just gonna do nothing more than 10 reps. And 10 is really pushing it. 8 is sort of the sweet spot. Sometimes I'll go down to 5. And then I went straight into my working set. And that working set was with the 225s. And I do 2 working sets. My first working set is obviously at a high weight. I go with a heavy, 225 for me is heavy. That's a rep that I know I can do on a good day, maybe 8 reps. Right now, that's where I'm at. But most of the days on average, I'm at 5 to 6. And then after I do my third set, which is the first working set, I go into the next set. Either I go up just a little bit more or I keep it at that same weight. But since the 225 felt good on the first working set, I actually went ahead and tried to push myself a little bit extra and went for 6 reps on the second working set. And on that second working set, now I've gotten 2 sets of heavy weights, which is a good stimulus already. And then I'm going to do a drop set, and I went from the 225 straight into 185, straight down to 135. And with the drop set, the muscle is fatigued at this point, it's fully active. I had the full recruitment of all the muscle fibers, essentially, because I've gone heavyweight. And now I have recruitment of even smaller muscle fibers. And as I do the drop set, fatigue is accumulated a little bit in terms of metabolic demands. I start feeling the pump, my chest is getting tight. And as I'm dropping down with each drop set, I'm going essentially to failure on each set. And since I'm working out by myself, I don't have a spotter. I play it more cautiously. I don't go to full failure. And if I was to, you see on the last one, I put these racks up here just in case I need to let the weight down. You want to be safe first and foremost. So I don't have a spotter, so I don't push myself to complete failure. But as you can see, that weight stops moving like butter, right? When that weight's moving like butter, you're nice and fresh. That's perfect for what you want, especially when you're lifting heavy weights. You don't want to fatigue yourself. But when you're going for more of that pump and metabolic failure in that sense, you want to go to that point where it's quite fatiguing and, that weight's no longer moving like butter. You're struggling. And you can see I'm struggling quite a bit through the rest.